G'day subscribers, welcome to a rainy night in Brisbane. We're going to talk about Air Chief car radios for your FJ Holden. You're with Jules Knight on Jive Talking Garage. So, what I'd like to discuss is one of the really expensive accessories for your FJ Holden. Now, if I go to the Accelerator magazine, and for viewers who are regular will know that I love a good Christmas edition of the Accelerator. The full page ad in the back of it is for the Air Chief radio. Air Chief radio. And it's saying that it is 5-valve is £40 and 6-valve is £49, 18 shillings, say £50. So that's pretty expensive when you think about it, you know, on a, say, a £900 car. So you're paying probably, what, more than 5%. Yeah, paying more than 5% on just for the cost of a car radio. So in today's terms, that would be on a $40,000 car, $2,000. So would you pay $2,000 just for a radio? Not a cassette, not a 8-track, not a CD player, not a plug-in DVDs or whatever. That's just a radio. And when you go to the Holden shop manual, the number one listed accessory is the Air Chief car radio. So it's got to be up there with the most expensive accessory that you could get. And I've got to say, they are quite heavy. So this one's for a special, and the reason you can tell it's for a special is it's got black knobs. There's your switch, there's your volume, and as you can see, they've got a bolt at the back where that went through the firewall and a nut went on it. Now in the green FX or green 1948 workshop manual, it has a diagram to tell you exactly where to drill a hole. I didn't trust the diagram. With my ute, I put this in because with a ute, a standard, a business sedan, and a panel van, they will be ivory knobs. Really important. So, and you also have a plastic insert here which tells you the radio stations. Now, if I remember correctly, on mine I had 3 different ones, and they were transparent. One had Queensland stations on it, one had New South Wales stations on it, and the other one had Victorian stations on it. So that is the Air Chief radio. I've got the inserts for there, but that's a whole different matter. The difference between the 5 and the 6 was more powerful. It had 6 valves in it compared to the 5, which had 5 valves in it. They also had a generic radio that you could stick in a truck and whatever else, but you know, radios were hard to get. They were expensive, and not only that, I'll just put this away while we're talking, they didn't come standard in a car, so they were a really good way for dealers to mark up and make profit. They were a good sales item, obviously, for the salesman to upscale if it was a delivery accessory. However, they were really, really expensive. I can remember at my dad's cars, with 12 volt, he had 2 accessories. One was a Nasco shaver, and the other one was a Ferris push button picnic radio, and it had red and white buttons on it, and an aerial that came out, and you used to slide it into a cartridge, a bracket screwed up underneath the dash, and then the radio slotted into that, and then it actually plugged from the back of the radio. As you slid it in, it slid into where the aerial was connected. So it was quite a clever little apparatus. However, the Air Chief, love it. I think it's fantastic. I had one in my ute. I was using it all the time. I enjoyed it. And those of you who watch Jive Talking Garage and our videos, you'll see we went for a burn in Basil's car. And one of the things in Basil's car was the valve radio that he's got there. And so I think it was me, Lachlan and Basil went for a burn. And next thing, hop in, turn the radio on, and then we start going along, and you'll hear the commentary when we're talking to Basil. And then all of a sudden, the radio warms up, the valves warm up, and it comes to life. But that's sort of how it is. Now, I've just shown you the original Air Chief. However, in my Mustang, I have a Bluetooth radio that fits in the hole and all that sort of stuff, and it's perfect. Bluetooth, it does a you know, the telephone jobby. It's able to access FM, AM, all that sort of stuff. Well, now you can get it with Air Chief as well. Now they've got to send me the ivory knobs because oh look, I'm really sorry, we don't have any ivory knobs at the moment. I said, I don't care, I want ivory knobs. Don't give me the I don't want to hear the story. That is what you can get now. There is your new Air Chief. And not only that, but you know, you get all the gear with a microphone and the leads and all the whatever. And that's 12 volt. So if you've got a 12 volt, what you're going to need is a voltage booster. So that's a 6 volt, 12 volt converter. So this is what has to go in line first. So you're taking power into the booster. So it's power into the 6 volt, 12 volt converter. So 6 volt in, 12 volt out. 6 volt in, 12 volt out, and then you go to your 12 volt appliance. And I've got other ones I've got a big unit, but in this case I'm going to go with a little unit, I think. That's what I want to use this time and see how it goes. So it'll be a case of I'm running the 6 volt 12 volt converter, and then where I have the radio, what I'm going to do is I've gone to the States and bought a red tip and a green tip. The green tip's on my Mustang, the red tip's for my FJ. And this one has got the Motorola plug rather than on the Air Chief. It's got the screw-on plug. So the nice thing is, you know, that will just fit in exactly there, and then that gives me radio. But now this one can be connected to my phone. Obviously it's going to pick up my phone on Bluetooth, so I can stream directly from my phone to the radio, and we're in business. And as you can see here, they've got the Air Chief across the top. It's a pretty good set. I'm pretty happy with it all. It looks the part, and all I've got to do now is is be happy to get rid of these knobs on the spindles, and then it'll be a case of it will be resembling the real article, and then it'll be a case of it should look pretty good in the FJ. But that was the expensive article of the day, it's a case of these. I think this has got to be the right way to go for the future for me, in putting something into Project Julius, because that will be the cat's whiskers, and you can see here how they make the distance between knob and knob, center of hole to center of hole, adjustable, because it's, put against the yellow shirt, you can actually see that these spindles are adjustable, because they need to be the same distance to go through here and here, because that is the same distance as the holes in the FJ Holden dashboard. But I've got to say, look, I think they've done a really good job. I like a bit more bling on it, but that's just how it is. I really like the plastic insert. I've got one of the original ones, but I'm quite happy to run with that. I think that is an excellent representation of what it should be. The Brains Trust want to see it, so I'm happy to do that. But as you can see, there's all of these other plugs. I mean, this one here is obviously also for a USB as well. So if you've got music on a memory stick, you can just plug it in there. I don't know how many thousands of songs you can have, but gee whiz, there's only so much listening you can do. But whether it be MP3s you're playing, whether you're playing FM, or whether you're playing your phone and you're Bluetoothing your phone, that's got to be a pretty good option. And if you can couple it up with something like that, I mean, you're really showing nostalgia in the 2020s. So there you go. There's a little bit of Air Chief in everybody. But anyway, tonight we've talked about the Air Chief radio for your FJ Holden. Was about the £49 mark. Don't forget, share, like and subscribe, but more importantly, enjoy your Air Chief in your Holden.